Tarzan was right. They should have got rid of him. That gave Christina and whoever, Alicia or Sabrina, whichever one's on the bottom, I can't figure that out anymore after this episode, gave them a chance to swing his vote to them, and could have been screwed up with their game. Seemed like it was going to happen for a while. As far as gamers go, I'm liking Chelsea and Kim. And I'm not too thrilled with them the whole game, but as far as people willing to play the game, they're the only ones willing to play the game. So Chelsea tells Christina she's got a bond with Alicia. I would think that would have came out with Alicia complaining about Christina, or Christina complaining about Alicia. It couldn't have just been Colton pushing Alicia into that. She had to be that much of a bitch. And then Christina comes back after that little talk with Chelsea and tells everybody everything. How stupid is she? If she had a chance to get into anything with Chelsea, she blew it by doing that. If she was going to do that, she should have tried twisting it into Chelsea being the bad guy and get her voted out over it. She just doesn't know what's up. But she's already shown herself to be about as smart as cat. And I liked the reward challenge, except there wasn't any barfing. There should have been some barfing involved. Should have had a little food challenge beforehand and then spun them around in circles. This camera's wiggling. And Chelsea not taking Christina after telling her she was, that's kind of stupid, except it's Christina and nobody likes her anyway. But why bother telling her that you're taking her? You're just pissing people off. You need their votes later on. And then back at camp, they were all complaining about it, so it did piss some people off, and they just came back and did some damage control over that one. So on the reward, Chelsea says they're on a honeymoon. I don't get that. Alicia complaining back at camp. Didn't make any sense. She's likely to be in the final three. I can't tell for sure, but I'm still thinking that if it's down to me, Kim, and Chelsea, or if I was Chelsea or Kim and it was down to Alicia or Sabrina, I'm taking Alicia because she's not getting the votes. So Alicia keeps on complaining. She could complain herself right out of a final three spot, if you ask me. And Alicia now thinks she's a power player. Last person that thought they were a power player was Kat. And where's she at? She ought to watch out talking like that. People just vote you off because you think you're a power player when you're not. So the fish skeleton puzzle, a complete rerun. I bet they even used the same pieces in this. But at least it was more exciting this time. And before Tribal Council, what I've been hitting on this whole video is they had me really confused about who was going to go. And I'm still confused about who's in the final three. I'm still figuring it's Kim and Chelsea, but I don't know if it's Alicia or Sabrina. I wouldn't think they'd take Sabrina. This could be a first time they've had votes go to all three of them evenly. And Tarzan at Tribal says he allowed himself to be used to take out the guys. How stupid is he? What do you think he was going to get for that? He was just out there to screw with the guys, and then he claims he's a millionaire, so he's not out there to win money. Should already figured nobody would vote for him, which I was kind of thinking of about him being a doctor, but so he just goes out there to screw up people's games. I hate it when people go on the show like that. You don't know how to strategize against somebody who's not playing to win. I forget which player said that. It might have even been Russell. But it's true. They shouldn't have people out there who aren't out to win. You're just out to play the game. No, you stay home. We want somebody who's going to play. And Kat's crying about Tarzan wearing her clothes and her underwear on his head. Probably still crying about getting voted off. And the fact that Tarzan's still there to wear her clothes. And she went to the council without taking her stuff. The dumbass. Council seemed kind of short, so there must have not been anything good going on. Wasn't as confusing of a vote as what they made out in the episode, or else they would have had more to say, more fighting to do. And that was a smart vote. They finally got rid of Tarzan. For all but two of them. Christina wasn't a good vote going to Tarzan. She should have been siding with Tarzan. And then whether Sabrina or Alicia, but one of those didn't make a good vote. They should have been siding with Tarzan and gone the three-way vote to let it go to a tie. Three of those people up there are going to be off the show. They need to figure that out. Except now it's too late to figure that out. Those two people who are going home, they're going to go home, and no changing that now. So Sunday is the final, which means there was no preview. Nothing good in Tarzan's going away poem, except I wish they would have showed the reaction to the people back in the council to his Tarzan yell. That would have been funny, and that would have been the only thing worth sitting around waiting for the preview for. So Sunday is the final show.